And we are live. Wonderful. Let me just stop the sharing of that screen and let's go on speaker view. And here we are. Okay, well, folks, I'm going to mute the lines here just to make sure that we have a call with no interruption. And we'll also deactivate the unmute yourself. So that way, as people come into the webinar, there's not going to be any interruption of the session. This evening is a very important session, and Tammy and I are going to be engaging in certain topics that are important in helping you engaging your prospects. There's a lot of things that I'm sure many of you have come across as you start presenting, sharing the opportunity with folks, and often your guests are into this infinite loop of kind of back and forth, on the fence. And there's some things that we want to talk about, but also is how you begin the business. So I'm going to turn the call over to Tammy, and she's going to be sharing her screen. So you can actually visualize the back office from not her back office, but a back office of an account that Max has given us, so we can actually do some training with some volume. Hopefully, Tammy, there's some live volume there, and we can give you some guidelines, with the new back office, but at the same time, giving you some tips on engaging your prospect and getting started. And this is probably one of the most important aspects in building your business. It's great to do the prospecting, the following up, but at one point in time, you need to move forward or get your prospect to move forward. And we want to give you some guidelines here. So Tammy and I are Crown Diamonds with Max International. If you don't know us, Crown Diamond is the pinnacle of this company. And this is what we've been training and working towards. And in return, we also pay it forward, where we've helped associates reach the Crown Diamonds all the way down to, obviously, a brand new associate who's getting started. So Tammy, I'm going to pass the call over to you. Go ahead.
All righty. So welcome, everybody. I just love the fact that we get to see each other. We really, really miss our Max family. And I just wanted to welcome Marion to her very first Go for Diamond training this evening. She's a brand new associate. Janet Moriyama and myself and Maureen had a conversation. I think it was yesterday. I mean, the days are going so fast. And so I just wanted to welcome you to our Max family, and everybody else, welcome. We got people from Nigeria, we got people from Philippines and Canada and US. This is so awesome. I love this global aspect to this business. And the greatest thing about it is we all get to work from home. So we have nice shirts from the top, pajamas from the bottom with our slippers. Yay. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share our screen here. So does everybody see my screen well? Just give me a thumbs up.
Just click the green button, Tammy, that will work too. Top left corner.
I don't know why it's not making it. Oh, there we go.
Just click that green button there.
Full screen. All righty. Okay, so the first thing that I do, so once you've engaged your contact, your prospect into evaluating the company through a video to evaluate it, or maybe you're building some rapport with that person and you can bring them into a Zoom session. I highly recommend that. I mean, our business is based on relationships, and you must understand that it does take time to build relationships. So it's always good to connect with people that you already know, because you're much further ahead than talking to a total stranger. Chris and I have been working social media now, and I know a lot of you have, since everything's happened with the pandemic situation, when we're all forced to be at home. So we had to learn a lot of new skills in connecting with people through the social media platform. And I'm telling you, it does take time. So be patient with the process of connecting with people and building rapport, and really finding out by getting to know them, really finding out what it is that they're looking for. Because at the end of the day, most people are looking to have better health. especially in today's world. People are, as you all know, staying awake at night, feared about what's going on in today's economy and with the health pandemic that's going on. And I think, there's a lot of people that are just laying there thinking, gosh, if there would be a way, that they could find something that they wouldn't have to worry anymore. Well, Chris and I found this vehicle with Max International over 14 years ago now, and I am so happy that we said yes. And I know that all of you are super happy that you said yes to be part of this venture, because it has literally transformed our lives, literally. And I know that it can transform every single one of your lives. And I think the key is, and again, to understand relationship. And that's all we've been doing in the last 14 plus years, is just building relationship. We have lists of names of people that we continually build relationships and have that follow-up process of reconnecting with them. And so tonight we wanted to talk about engaging them into helping them make a decision, because at the end of the day, they're evaluating it for the first time. They're counting on you to bring them some answers of, how to get started, what product should they get started with. We all have our favorites, but at the end of the day, you do want to lay out the buffet. And I think a lot of associates don't lay the buffet out. They just engage people in their favorites. We all have our favorites in what we have with these products. And not knowing what they really want, I think it's really critical that we allow them to make decisions on how to get started, but to engage them in the process. So this is what I do. Once they've watched the video, I engage them in a Zoom session. We have dialogue back and forth, finding out what they like best about what they've looked at. Some of them want a little bit more detail into the product. Some of them want a little more detail into the business. So we discuss some of the things that are available for them. And I like to send more videos. I let the videos do the work for me. But some people have done their homework and they're just waiting for you. That's all they're waiting for. They're waiting for you. Bring them something and bring them value. Okay, so I'll bring them directly to the website. And as Chris said, Max has given us a demo account. So right here is a demo account. And as you can see in the top corner here, you've got the different languages. If you click on that, you have English, French, and Spanish, and you've got the countries here. So if you click on that, you've got all the countries that you can do business in. Do you realize that you can do business in every single one of these countries? I know a lot of people stay in their little bubble of where, their backyard, yet the world is huge. So these are all the markets that you can do business in. So I recommend to get a feel for the website before you start sharing this with your prospects, but get a feel and know what you have for package availability. Okay, if you have a conversation with somebody and maybe they're Spanish speaking, they live in Canada and they're from El Salvador, I'm just kind of throwing something out there. Well, get a feel for what's going on. Okay, and look at different packages, because you never know where the conversation is going to go either. Okay, so here's what we have to play with. We're going to stick with, I'm going to show you two things tonight, because you're going to see a variety of packages. So let's go to the US first. We happen to be in Florida, so we're going to go to the United States.
And by the way, just food for thought here, as Tammy is explaining, is that wherever country you reside will always be your default. So if you're enrolling someone in Canada and you're happy living in Canada, then that's going to be your default. So most of the time, you may never have to use that. But if you keep in mind, if you're going in different countries, and that's when you have to select those countries. So back to, and the other thing I wanted to mention is there's a comment section, and I just wanted to pay attention, make sure that you pay attention to the chat section. For example, there was a comment here from Jasmine, and Tammy, you go ahead. I'm just gonna finish this thought here. It says that she said she just heard in the radio tonight that 50% of all the people under 40 in Canada have given up in their dreams. Folks, this is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm saying when I do the presentation and people compress their dreams to a reality based on the situation. That is a fact, and they don't need to compress their dreams with an opportunity such as this one. And that's the thing. And Allison, thank you for the feedback for our offices. So we do pay attention to your feedback. If you have any questions, concerns, or comments in between, we'll make sure that we'll address them in the presentation training. So go ahead, Tammy.
Absolutely. And that is why we are passionately out there talking to people every day. Don't be afraid to talk to people. Just have conversation. Always remember friends first, because it's always easy to talk to somebody that you're building relationships with, and don't forget about the business. Just connect with people, and then things will transpire from there. Okay, so let's say we go, we put the United States in English, and I have somebody that is interested in joining the business. So I'm going to walk them through the join section on the front page, and here you see choose how to join. So they would click on here. And I'm sharing my screen when I'm doing it and walk them through the process. Because often people just make a decision, say, let's get started, So I like to walk people through it. So as an associate, so I go right to product packages. And these are all the enrollment packages available in the US. So I like to bring people to the most popular packages. And so I tend to talk about the momentum pack first, and then I'll talk about basically these two packages are the most important products that we have in packages. And you want people to engage in trying the different products and not just try one product, because they'll miss out on trying a few products. So, so the momentum pack here, this one is also available in Canada, and this one's available in Canada. So I will go to Canada to share those with you, but I just want you to see that each market has different packages. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Canada. And since most of the people here on the platform are in Canada. Okay, so if I click product packages, you can see the packages available. And just so all of you know, because you're all existing associates, May 1st, there's going to be a little bit of changes within the packages. I'm not too sure what the changes are going to be because they're working on it, but they've done some individual updates to the singular product, which Chris and I and Lucy's been very helpful in putting the sheets together with the updates, with the volumes and everything. So
just a quick note, Tammy, if I may just add, sorry for cutting in, I thought it was an important point is, folks, inflation is a fact of life, and Max has not risen prices for 6 years. This is unheard of. And they're doing this because they know that we're trying to keep things consistent. But at one point, things have to be adjusted, because especially after COVID or post-COVID, everything's changed. Transportation, taxes, there's so many things imposed that didn't used to be there. So I just wanted to let you know that the inflation has a lot to do. And we're talking there an increase of like, $4, $2, $5. It's not significant. And so just so you know, so back to you, Tammy.
All right. Okay. So these are the different packages here, and I like to create the value around the different packages. So, so here for $4.95, everything is in US dollars in North America. So Canada, US, it's US dollars. And here you have 3 boxes of Cellgevity. You have 2 boxes of Enfuse, 2 boxes of ATP, and 2 bottles of Max 357, which are the omegas. And you have inserts that you can make 8 introductory packages for people to try. And when you join the business, the first thing you want to do is introduce people to try the product so you can get the feedback from people around you. So, and they have a bonus right now with the switch bottle. So that one's really exciting. And then, so that one's $4.95 to get started. What's exciting about this one is you get to make your 8 intro packs, and you get to consume the product for a month to get a feel for the products yourself and try the switch, the weight loss, the omega as well. And so that one is a choice. And then,
sorry, Tammy, just as a note to keep in mind that if you are part of this webinar, you're listening to Facebook Live, or you join us into our live Zoom, if you're in a different country outside of Canada or the United States, outside of North America, keep in mind that the packages and products are different, and also availability of products is a little bit different. Back to you, Tammy.
Correct. Yes, we are on Facebook Live. Okay, and this package here, it's called the new intro pack, and that one has enough products to make 8 packages to market. Okay, so that one is $250. And then if these 2 packages don't work for your budget, you could always go down. What's great about these 2 is the sign up. There is a sign up fee of $25, and that is for a whole year. And this gives you your website for a year. And then every year after, it's $25 for a year for your website, not $25 a month, $25 per year, which is so little. So that is included in these 2 packages. Okay, so if that doesn't work, here's what I want to share with you in terms of value. There is one here called Cellgevity Personal Pack, which you get 2 boxes of Cellgevity for you and your significant other to try, or maybe some family members, you want to try the product. So this one is $160 plus your 25. So now it is $185, okay, compared to $250. So you're pretty well getting one of these products free. Okay, so there's value to think about from going here to here. Okay, and then you can create a little bit of a intro pack as well. Maybe you're going to consume a little bit and make a few little packages. Okay, or you can jump in and do the momentum pack, which is what a lot of people have done. Okay, because you'll find that these products are going to move pretty quick when you start talking to people. Okay, so let's say the person starts with a momentum pack here. So we're going to continue to check out. And it says, wait, do you want to commit to 3 months auto ship? Sure, I'd love to. All right, so let's say you wanted to try the Cellgevity and you wanted to try the ATP next month on personal consumption, or you can sell them if you choose. Okay, so let's continue. And oh, by the way, there's the auto ship date. If the 12th doesn't work for you and you want it to come a little bit sooner, you can change the date if you wanted to come a little bit later. And there is the price, but we're going to go to the checkout. And here we're going with loyalty pricing. Okay, so you would fill out the information here. And that would be your initial package to get started. And this would be your auto ship set up on the loyalty pricing. Loyalty pricing means you get the best price with a commitment of 3 months. So it's not 3 months in the same day, it's each month you get the product for 3 months in a row, and you pay 120 per month for the 2 products. And then anytime after, if you choose that, you know, you don't want to do that, or you want to change your auto ship, you can change it up and take different products if you choose. Yeah, go ahead.
So I just want to add a comment, Tammy, just to pay attention on the fact that if you want to go on top of the page again, if you notice here, folks, that this is a one page now, a one pager. So you're once you make your choices and then you scroll down, you see you fill in your account, and then you confirm today's orders. Keep going down, Tammy. It shows you who's how did you hear about it, your sponsor, and the ownership is there, and then you go ahead and review. So it's a one stop. So you fill in that information, and then from there, Max have cut quite a few steps that we used to do to get there, just to simplify that. We're still working on some more features, what we call a link generator, and we'll talk about that as it becomes available, but they're quite aware of the importance of that as we are evolving on doing the business online. So back to you, Tammy.
Yeah, as each day I'm going through it to get familiar with it. For those of you who are new or haven't been on one of these sessions in a while, the new VO, they're really speedy right now on getting this done. So go in and look around, see what's there. I'm quite impressed. I remember at first I was intimidated, like I think a lot of people, because it's so different. You get used to one thing, you get comfortable with one thing, and then when there's a change, often people can't find certain things. But as I'm playing around with it, I'm going, oh my gosh, I like this. Oh my gosh, I like this. So I'm starting to really like it. So then at this point, you would click on review order. I can't go further because it's not filled out. So this is what I do when I have somebody interested in evaluating Max after they've watched the videos and we've had a second connection through a Zoom platform. What I recommend to do, especially when you're new, and even when you're not new, bring somebody, a leader, into the conversation. What it does, it just validates that everything that you shared with them is what it is. And you're going to hear more stories about what this company's doing, adding more value to what it's all about, and to be able to, letting the new person know that there's a team behind it. And I think that one is really important. People need to know, if I'm going to invest, I need to know that I'm part of something bigger than myself. I need to know that I got support behind me. So that is how I get people started. So do you want to add anything, Chris?
No, at this point, you've covered everything. So I've shared what I had to share. And I want to remind everybody that if you have any feedback or questions or comments, please do feel free to add it on the chat section. I also wanted to welcome Emmanuel and Dr. Austin from Nigeria. So thank you for joining in. And thank you everybody else for joining in. Really appreciate your attention. So go back, Tammy. Go ahead.
Yeah, so just one more thing, because Paul and I talk on a regular basis, and often people, they'll just give you their information because they're super busy or not familiar with the process. So they'll just give you their information. So go ahead, get them signed up, get them in the system. You'll get their ID number, and then set up a training. And through the training, I also go through this part. See, I go through the main site, which is where I took you, the main site, to show them that they can join. And often people are going to say, I'm ready, let's do it. Or maybe they have some questions, they want to think about it, they have to talk to a spouse, that's perfectly fine. When they say, I'd like to talk to my husband or my wife about this, and I said, that is a great idea. Hey, listen, why don't we set up another Zoom session, and I'll introduce your husband to my husband. I mean, we build this business together, and, have him watch the video, and we'll do another session. Then that way, they feel comfortable. They're not, sharing something that they don't even know about yet to their spouse. And, hearing from them, they don't really know too much, right? So you want to make sure that you bring in somebody who can bring in value. So I do this often with Chris. And and so if they give you their information, you go directly in your virtual office. Oh, another thing I wanted to share with you. Oh, when you go into your virtual office, let's go in. I'm a new person today.
So this is still the account that Max International has provided to log in and test things out. Oh, they did the 3 months. Cool. Back to you.
All right. There's something that I want to show you, because if somebody joins your business and you're not putting them in the system, you want to make sure you have your virtual office set up to where you want to place them. And you do that by going here. See the spinning wheel here? So when you click on here and you go into account settings, you scroll to the bottom here, and you can see build left is what it's set up on. So let's say I want, let's say build it right. If you have many people on your right side and you want to build left, it will take you set it up for left. Okay. And here you have balance. This is for what happens is the system recognizes that you put one here last time, then you're going to go, so you're going back and forth. So this would be balancing it, or outside of the pay team. If you're new and you don't know what a pay team is, pay team is the lesser, there's less people on the pay team, where most people will want to sign somebody up there. But I highly recommend, when you first start this business, any of you who haven't signed people up yet, if you first started, you want to create balance. You want to put one person on the left. When you're new and it's your first person, often people go, where should I put them, left or right? Doesn't matter. You got two teams to build. Okay.
Maybe just to give a context, Tammy, if that's okay. Generally what's happening is, if you're building your business and you're very new, and there happens to be volume on one side more than the other, then you will build that opposite side. So for example, let's say that your left team has a lot of people, for the sake of discussion here, because there's been spillover. And if you don't understand the verbiage, don't worry about it. You'll get it as we move forward. Then in this case, let's say it happens to be on your left team where there's a lot of spillover volume, then on the right-hand side, it's the right side, then you would say build right. So that means if someone goes online and say join from your website, so that would be max.com/your ID number, okay? And you give that to someone, and that person says click and join. But when they join, by default, they will be placed on that right side, regardless. If you say balance, what happens is whatever side has less volume, that's where it's going to end up going. It's trying to balance the pay team to try to increase your paycheck. So balance is, you could go either right or left based on which side has less volume. If, let's say, the right side has less volume, well, that's where the system's going to say, well, she or he wants that person on the right side, because there's less volume, they're trying to increase their commission. So, and if you don't fully understand that, don't worry about it. For those of you that may understand this, you know that that's where you would set that up. And again, you select a little icon on the right corner, which is the system setting icon. You click on that, it brings you there, and that's where you can set your placement preferences. Back to you, Tammy.
Okay, so just so you know, you have two teams. Even if some people are on one side, you still need to bring one on the left team and one on the right team. Get back to the person who is training you, who's getting you started right. walk you through the 5-step process of building the business. So you would set this up however way you want to set it up. If you know people are going to go in and do their own signing up from your main page. Okay. If you have all of their information and you're signing them up, you'll just go in and place them where you want to. Okay. So
let's show them some more stuff, Tammy.
Okay. So what do you want to show them?
Maybe go into the My Max and let's say My Team. You could go down there. Yeah.
You want to see who's in the demo team?
Yeah. Okay, they put 19 people in there.
All right. Okay, so what do you want me to do? Where do you want me to go?
Just for example, just click on the, we're not going to go in details here, but if you click on the binary tree, it's going to show you a genealogy tree based on your position and what you have. So you can actually, I don't know, Tammy, if you're familiar with how you can manipulate this by moving your mouse, but again, no. So from there, you can actually manipulate this and you can see exactly. You can see some of the associates. You can reduce the screen. If you have one of those little roller on your mouse.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Yeah, so you can actually go down and reduce. And again, it might be a little bit of technicality here, but the fact is that the genealogy tree can actually be seen and you can position people. You'll notice that if you click the little arrow right beside the arrow glass there, Tammy, if you go on the right-hand side of your screen, there's a little arrow pointing down on the top, not go down, 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 and a little higher, higher, higher. You know, where there's an arrow glass there, search your binary tree, and there's a little arrow pointing down.
I don't see that. It's too big. Yeah. Do you want to go ahead and share your screen, Chris?
Well, I'm not logged in, so it may take a bit more time. That's okay. So in this case, you can select to sponsor someone on the bottom left or the bottom right. And the other thing, if you go on your watch list, you can also add some people there. There's some people in your team that you're monitoring, that you're watching. That's where they're going to show right there. So and right now, obviously, there's nothing there. But like Tammy stated earlier, there, folks, what's really important is for you to familiarize with the site, right? Log in, click some button. Nothing's going to break or explode, or just click on stuff and see what happens and experiment. If you go back, Tammy, to, for example, My Max again, and you go to My Commissions. Okay, so from there, what's really interesting is that it will show you your real-time commission. So whatever amount of money you have made on that second, it will show up in green right above the real-time commission. And there's a lot of great information there. There's that will tell you what position you're at. For example, if you click the See Progress little arrow pointing down, Tammy, where it says Senior Associate, you don't go down a little bit where it says See Progress. Yeah, click on that. So this here will actually tell you. So let's say you go where it says Senior Associate, click the arrow pointing to the right-hand side to see the next level. Above, yeah. And then from there, you'll see you actually see the requirement that you need for you to be a bronze. So it sees here that you have 1,298 CV on your left and 2,000 on your right. So you're missing just a little under, little over 650 CVs or so for you to qualify as a bronze associate. And you want to see, well, what do I need to do to become a silver, right? Yes, you need one person on your left. That's correct. That you're personally sponsored. So if you click the next arrow on the right, okay, now you can see the silver. And the same thing, the next one, you can see gold. And you can see here that the credential changes. Excuse me. So from there, you see what you need as far as personally sponsored. One on your left, one on your right. And it shows you also the pay team volume that you need. And it says that you need 15,000 CV to qualify. So you have 1,298. So the difference is what you need. So obviously you wouldn't do that by yourself. It would be by sponsoring people into your team and by having people also doing the same thing. underneath. We're not going to go through all of those, folks, but there's the team commission, there's the matching check bonus, the prime bonus, the rank bonus, the weekly commissions. It's all there. And all the way to the bottom of the screen, you'll notice that there's a graph that will actually reflect your income here too. So you can have a reflection from the beginning of the year, since October 2020, which actually will probably start before that, August probably, and it shows you a record of how you're progressing as far as your income is concerned. So that's about it. I mean, so again, what's important here, folks, is for you to go in your back office and click around, go spend some time on your MindMax area, look at the products, and the more familiar you are, the more efficient you will be as a sponsor. And it goes, brings me to my point is when you are presenting and you're presenting this opportunity to someone, it's very important that you have an idea of what's going on. You're not just waiting on your upline or the company to do it for you, because that again takes away a little bit of the confidence that your associates may have as they are progressing with you in understanding what they need to do. So spend some time, and I mean, this is very simple process, right? It's just a back office, and it's a click and point, and it's for you to familiarize yourself on how to do some of the basic functionality. As you sponsor someone at time he showed you earlier, how to look at your record, how to look at your results. All of this is very important. And I'm telling you, as you're walking through a new person to this kind of information, I'm telling you, people, I would get excited. If I was that person, I'm looking for an opportunity. I want to make an income. I know these products are great. I don't know how to go about it yet. But when I see that you're showing me all of these things, and I can see my bank account here, and I can see the progress in all my work, it excites me. It's all part of the process to help someone kind of make a decision to move forward. Very important. I think what happened often when people talk about this wonderful opportunity, they stop at the products and the wonderful products benefits, and that's it. That's all they do. So people don't see beyond the cost of the product in the product. They don't understand the real benefit financially. You can make, I'm not kidding, millions of dollars here. I know that it's a word that scares a lot of people. I'm not kidding, but it's true, absolutely true. And I was trying to calculate how much Tommy and I have made with this company since we started, and it's millions we've received from this company. Millions of dollars, American dollars, right? Of course, we pay our taxes, we buy things, but you see, that's the reality, and we want that for you. So as you're presenting this kind of information to your prospect, let me show you the back office. Let me show you how this works. These are all the things that's going to incite your prospect to go forward in getting a better understanding. Oh, no, I get it. Oh, because often people don't make a decision because it's blurry. They don't understand how they're going to go about it, how they're going to go forward, how they're going to know if they make money, how the company knows that this is their volume, how do they know how much money I'm being, and all of this, this blur creates insecurity, and it's a lot of the reason why someone is not going to initiate. So that is a really important step. Don't just assume they're not interested in the business. Tammy, I know I kind of stepped in here, so you go ahead if you have anything else to add.
Yeah, so what's really important is keep it simple. Keep it simple. Bring value to the prospect. Answer their questions. Bring a third party into the conversation, whether you bring them into the Zoom session, and yeah, learn, and you'll see by listening to your leaders on how they're doing it. And Chris and I do this on a regular basis. People contact us all the time, say, hey, I'm talking to somebody. Do you have a few minutes? We can do a quick Zoom with you. I want to introduce you to one of my contacts, my coworkers, my whatever, and then we come in and share the bigger picture and the value of what we have as products, the value of the opportunity, and from there they make a decision. And the moment they get started, what's really important is engagement, is to get them engaged. The moment they get started, book a time, get on another Zoom session, walk them through their own website, their own virtual office, show only the simple, basic things that are important to them right now. I don't go through everything with people because it's not even necessary to show them a lot of things because they haven't started in building a team yet. So my goal is always to take them right away to, first of all, the product. They can send out videos, they can send out the brochures, they can send out the information on the product to any of their prospects. The compensation plan is there as well. Enrollment. See, here's where I take them. I take them to the tools so they have the resources. Some people too, they want to set up their email where they want to put, I don't know, the Max logo. So images, see all the videos are there, all the documents are there. So let's say they want to create a Max logo for right here, this image here. Oh, I have to. I got so many things here. I'm bringing to another category here. Download. Where am I here? Download. Okay. Max logo, just saw it. You can see I got tons of stuff going on. Oh, how come it didn't open up?
Yeah, you download you're looking at an HTML file here, Tammy.
Oh, okay, that's why. Okay. So anyways, that's what I do. And so
But you can see that you can download the file, and once you have the file, you can actually access the image, and you can do whatever. As a matter of fact, you probably noticed, as I don't have one today, but I got a whole bunch of shirts like this that are plain, and I put the nice, beautiful Max logo here, and on the side here, I have the full logo Max International. We are a glutathione company right here, right on the right and on the left hand side. You probably noticed some shirts, and that's exactly where I got it. I got there. I downloaded this in Florida. We have a guy that charged me $10 and or $15 depending on what I'm asking for as far as the size of my logo. And I give him my clothes, and he prints them all out, right? And I'm sure there's tons of companies that do that. You don't want to spend a lot of money on doing this. There's a lot of people that may have embroidery, and you can do that easily. And it's awesome. It's very good quality image to be able to print on your clothes if you choose to. I like the fiber, not images, but the actual. I don't have the right wording here, right? The actual embroidery. That's what I'm looking at. The embroidery word of the logo, and it's again, it elevates your level of professionalism when you're online presenting. Very important. Is there anything else you want to show on the back office, Tammy?
No, basically they saw the back office. Well, maybe the enrollment part. Let me just go back here. See, Chris does everything the easy way. I do everything the hard way because this is what I know. And all right, where's the main page?
Click the Max International logo on the top left. Yeah, click on that. There we go. They can bring you to the main page.
Oh, no, we're here. We're here. We're here. That's what I want to say. So basically, I take them here. Auto ship right here. Make sure that their auto ship is set. They can change their auto ship at any time. All right. So because it didn't initiate for them to get started, the new prospect, but when they do go in, they can change their products anytime and switch it up. Okay. They always have to make sure that they have the right country and the language at the top, and then make sure that that they choose the product they want, and then upgrade that. Okay, and you can change like as often as you want, as long as you do it 2 to 3 days, at least 2
Prior.
days prior, okay, before it getting shipped out. Because once it's shipped out, you can't change it.
Yeah.
So,
And you'll notice that once you create your new auto ship, there will be another button that will appear on the bottom that says modify. And this is what I did a couple days ago. I wanted some switch. I ran out of switch, so I needed another bottle of switch, and I need some. We got two max one. I forgot exactly what I did there, and it was just nice and easy and done. Save, bum, bada boom, bada bing. It's done. It's really straightforward. But I mean, again, it's not an intensive training here. And Lucy, your question as to when can we see the matching check commission from associates? Obviously, we're not the company giving you these kind of answers. We don't have the answers. My recommendation at this point, whatever is there is what's available. And we want to give you a quick surface approach to the back office and show you that it's a really simple process, right? You don't need to be a whiz to be able to learn all of this stuff. So I do recommend you click on the snapshot, click on my commission, click on enroll, the auto ship, click on my team, click on products, and familiarize yourself with that. I'm telling you, it is very important because when you're in front of a prospect and you're in a Zoom session and you're rolling someone, or if they want to enroll themselves, they're calling you for questions. It's nice that you can answer these questions without having to log in and figure out what they're asking you, and I'm telling you, it becomes second nature. It's really that simple. So, any other thing you want to add, Tammy?
so just going back to engaging them. So once they get started, walking them through their own website, basically the only things I send them to is auto ship, make sure that everything's set up, enroll, how to enroll a new associate, and they have access to all the products that they can use, all the tools, and there's a library there. So that's as simple as it is. You got to keep this very simple because you're going to come across a lot of people that are super busy. And one of the biggest hesitation for people who are going to engage in Max on a part-time level is if it's not simple, you'll lose a lot of people's interest. So please keep it simple. All right.
So, Tammy, if you want to stop the share, and let's kind of start finishing the call with these notes here, which is very important to help you kind of get your prospect. I know many of you here on this session, on this webinar call, I'm still stuck with the word call, webinar session. You've been through all of this. And those of you that are new, you're not familiar on how to get someone to get to the next step. And you get stuck with, well, I got to speak with my wife, or I got to think about it. And I don't know enough about these products, and people walk away. You need to find, you need to keep a communication with these prospects. And one of the things that's really important, let me rephrase that. There's a training that I follow, and it talks about how to build a successful business part-time. And when I say I follow, I've been training this for years, but I like to listen to other leaders and how do they handle this? How do they do these things? And I'm realizing that, there's not that many different on how to count from 1 to 10, right? That you speak French or speak English or speak Japanese or whatever language you speak, 1 to 10, it is the same logic from 1 to 10. Right? So there's no different ways to go from 1 to 10 other than 1, 2, 3, up to 10, right? So the fact here is it doesn't matter what leaders I listen to. And I listen to top leaders from North America and even all over the world that are some of the most successful entrepreneurs in this kind of business. And we all speak the same language. It amazes me. It shouldn't, because it's common sense. Gravity is gravity. That you are in Florida or that you're in Russia, gravity is not going to change. It's a constant. Well, this is what I'm talking about. And the success really is defined in 3 words. And it's relationship. This is what's important. And when someone is about to walk away by, I need to think about this, I need to figure this out, I need to understand this more, totally awesome. Encourage them by giving them the right information. But make sure you follow up with these people. But don't just follow up by yourself, but add someone else with you. Even if you have all the answers in the world, have a third party credibility to validate you, to validate the information. And this is what 90% of people do not do. And that is the reason why they do not grow. So it is important to utilize third party validation to help you validate you. That's what's important. The other thing, too, is the leadership, they speak a very common language. It is story, assignment, challenges. I mean, we can go on here. I don't want to get too much of a training here, but it's important that you share your story. Why are you involved with someone, with this company? Why is someone involved in this company? What has happened to them? Why are they so keen? Why are they so committed? These are all things that will help people process for their own benefits. So again, don't let just someone walk in, I need to study these products. You will fail every time in building an organization if you behave that way, right? You have to help people. You know, one thing that Steve Jobs used to say is people don't know what they want until you tell them what they want. That philosophy is Apple Corporation. It's probably the most used machine in the world, computer world. It becomes the most successful, one of the most successful company. Even Apple owns, I think, something like 50%, Microsoft owns 50% of Apple. I mean, it's a brilliant, brilliant, brilliant machine. But what was the concept? They literally tell people how to use things and what they should use. So what's my message here is, as you are sharing this information with prospects, often prospects have no clue what they want. They think they know, but they don't. But you have been in this business for years, maybe some of you decades. You know what people want based on your experience, based on what you've heard, based on what you've seen over and over and over and over. So help people see the bigger picture, see themselves, understand what their goals are. This is something that every time I speak with someone, you find often, if let's say I happen to be doing a call with you and I'm talking to your prospect, is what are your goals? What do you want to achieve? What are you looking for? And the reason why I'm asking this is I'm trying to find who this person is and what do they want. Do they want a lot, or do they just want just a little bit? Regardless of where they stand, it gives me a measuring tool to understand how far should I go. So understand what their goals are. What do they want? Now, Jasmine just posted here that 50% of the people in Canada, 50% of the people under 40, this is young, under 40, have given up on their dreams. Folks, if there's a time now to understand people's goals and dreams, this is it. Don't be afraid to talk about the opportunity in fear scaring them. Because if you don't, you're not going to sign them up anyway. So ask the question. You know, typical question I will ask when I speak to a prospect is, John, Mary, based on what you've seen, where do you see yourself in getting started with us? Ask the question. Don't be afraid. If they go away, let them go. And if they default using the products, wonderful. I love my customers. I've got customers for years, and every month they order their products like clockwork. They're not interested in business. That's awesome. This is more volume that benefits our business. But the fact is that if all you do is focus on the products, and Tammy showed you the packages that you choose, start with the packages and then go down to a single product if this is one. But if you start from a single product, it's a lot harder to go up into packages because you sold them in a small little potatoes. So show them the big picture, the possibilities, the back office, right? And then from there, if you need feedback, we can certainly work with you on all of that. But this is the reason why, and again, I don't want to brag here. I want to impress upon you. It's the reason why we're Crown Diamonds. This is the exact reason why, is we don't stop at just what we think they want to hear based on what they tell us. They don't know what they want. You have to tell them. And I'm telling you, when people start earning an income, it's addictive. They want more. And especially today's economy, as Tammy stated, it is difficult. Here's a way where you don't need to worry about having to go out. You can stay home with your wonderful computer. You can connect with the world. You can share, just as we're talking right now, and we can exchange. You can invite anybody else to validate you, validate the opportunity. We have wonderful videos for them to see. They can order a quick product, and that's where you can say, well, let's pick this Cellgivity products to get shipped to you. When you get it, call me immediately. Let me tell you how to take it. Stay with them. Don't just let them wander on their own in the wilderness, not knowing where they're going. I'm telling you, they will get lost. And every time you will have a hard time signing people off. And every time you got a wonderful guest or a wonderful prospect that may contribute to the growth of the organization, you will lose them. So that's the thought, Tammy, I wanted to add in helping you convert your prospect in moving forward. Go ahead.
All right. So I want to throw out an assignment, because for you to get to the next level, there's things that need to be done. So everybody got their piece of paper out, ready to go. I want you to sign up at least one new associate in the next 2 days. Write down 5 to 10 names of people that you've already sent a video to, or you've built some relationship with them. Think of people who you know that would like to have better health. I think you could write a whole bunch of people's names on that list, and of course, opportunity as well. So write down people's names and do one. Once you do one, don't stop, okay? Go and do another one. Go and do another one. Set intentions. I like to set intentions. 5. 5 is always a good number, right? Put 5 out there. If you put 5 out there, you may sign up 2, but if you say 1, then you may do nothing. You might just go and sit and go to sleep or whatever. So no yawning, Paul. So it's important to sign people up, because our business is built around bringing value and bringing opportunity to people. So if you're not out there doing the work and not out there signing up people, you're not helping the people that are staying awake at night, that are searching. Okay, there's lots of people searching. And I can guarantee the list that you just wrote down of those names, I can guarantee somebody else has got those names on their list, whether it's in Max or somewhere else.
Wonderful.
So,
Great feedback. Wonderful feedback. I mean, this is actually dead on. I'm used to have you beside me, so now it's kind of weird. We have a little bit of an echo. I can hear myself on the other side of the room. But you know, folks, I hope you got the message here. This is a legitimate business, and treat it as such. Don't treat it as a part-time shoebox operation selling popcorn on the side. I mean, this is a real business, and you have to treat it as such. Get off that comfort zone. Don't worry so much of what people think about you. Trust me, they don't know what they want. Tell them what we have, and have people that have experience with this opportunity and these products help you tell them what this is. I assure you, your life will change, and that is a promise. But you do need to take action. It's not going to happen on its own. So at this point, Tammy, we'll end on this note. We want to thank everybody for attending, and certainly appreciate the fact that you stuck around for the entire training here, folks. So thank you. And we look forward to start training again. I wanted to remind you, let's go back to the Max related stuff here, that we also have tools to help you build your business every Thursdays at 8 o'clock, right? That's Eastern time. I know now we don't say Eastern time, we say daylight time. And it's 8 o'clock. And this is every Thursday. You go to Active Team Webinar, that same link, Active Team Webinar. Next week, it will be Scott Anderson, it will be Tammy, and it will be
Bill.
Awesome. I don't have the list in front of me here. That's correct. And the email is out. And folks, here's what's important. And we're about to do a training for the Philippine team, actually, and on that regard is, don't just wait for your leader to promote the event. take initiative in promoting events yourself in your own environment. Don't just assume that your people will see the information. They will not see it because you may see it because you're part of a group, but they don't see that. So you got to take charge, and you need to start promoting within your social environment, so your social environment connected to you can actually see the information. You want your business to grow. You can't be a secret agent. They starve in this business. You have to be a promoter. You got to let people know. Don't be shy, and don't worry what people will think of you. I'm telling you, once you have money in the bank, everybody wants you around. I guarantee you that. So let them know about Thursdays, 8 o'clock Eastern Time, live presentation. If you missed it, no problem. You go to maxpays.com, maxpays, Pays.com, all one word. And there's a presentation that goes on every 15 minutes from Tuesday till Saturday. And of course, once you got new members in your business, it's important that you don't show up alone on the Monday night training calls. If you show up alone, you learn. But if you show up with your guest, you earn while you learn. And that's very important. I know there's some of you here that are brand new. Don't be shy. Don't be shy to invite people to come here. If you do, you will deprive yourself from the opportunity to grow your business. You got to break free from this shy and what people will think of me. This is a legitimate company. It is a legitimate product with backed up science that will actually pay you real cash for telling others about it. There's nothing to be shy about. And that's when you will have massive, massive growth. So everybody have yourself a wonderful evening. And we look forward to the next session. So I'm going to stop the recording here.